Yeah, so I'm gonna be talking about black conservatives. Black conservatives. Apparently, these days there are a lot of channels with black conservatives, quote unquote, criticizing social justice warriors, the LGBT community, women's rights groups, fat shamers, anti-fat shamers, etc., etc. All right, pretty much taking their, you know, taking the observations, their opinions, their dogma, I guess, from white conservative groups. Just to give a little background about me, I am neither conservative or liberal. I'm not really a fan of politics. I'm more a fan of the truth. And the way I see black conservatives is these guys are hypocrites. And there's no other way I can say it. They're hypocrites. Like Dave Chappelle, I don't know if he's a conservative, but he's a hypocrite for putting out that special. This dude right here, the Amazing Lucas, the Hodge twins, the hypocrites. I mean, dude, you're black. I mean, think about that. Think about your own history. Think about your own history of where and how black people got to where they are in 2019. All right? It wasn't because the white guy just handed it to you, all right, without a fight. It wasn't because you guys worked real hard and changed, the crime statistics, your SAT scores, the IQ rate, all that stuff. It wasn't because there was a change in any of that stuff over the last 20 years, okay? It was because of what? It was because of what? Okay, Whitey didn't give you guys that, didn't give you guys that. You guys had to fight for it, all right? You guys had the NAACP, you guys had civil rights organizations, you guys had Jesse Jackson, you guys had Al Sharpton. For all of us who actually remembers the last 20 years, especially before Obama, maybe this guy's a little bit too young to understand his history, but you guys, and this isn't just me repeating what I've done with the other videos I've done. You guys pretty much social justice warriored the shit out of America. You guys social justice warriored the shit out of America. You guys social justice warriored the media. You guys social justice warriored corporate America. You guys social justice warriored sports. Colin Kaepernick. It's not even a thing of the past. You guys are still doing it. Like they, and then the reason why it's not as prominent as it was before is because all these corporations, the media, etc., they've been conditioned at this point to not portray black people negatively at all. Now, I'm not an avid TV watcher. I don't watch the movies, etc. I'm not an avid movie watcher. But I know, every once in a while, I'll be at the doctor's office, at the gym or whatever, and I'll be watching TV, and I'll be on YouTube watching movies, and from what I've seen, they know where the lines are. They don't go out of the way to cast you guys negatively anymore. Or every time I see black roles, they are upstanding citizens. They are doctors, lawyers, CEO, family people, family men, wholesome families with model citizens, pretty much. All right, they know where the lines are. All right, they don't even want to go there with you guys. They'll go there with everybody else. They'll go there with Latino American, casting how they casting negatively towards Latino Americans, Asian Americans, Indian Americans. They don't really care about any of those groups because apparently none of those other groups make a stink. None of those other groups are apparently as snowflakes as black people. Now, the only reason I'm using snowflakes is a lot of these black conservatives start using these terms that these white conservative groups have done. And these white conservative groups are snowflakes themselves, considering they won't go after you guys. They won't go after the big fish. I've called them pussies because they won't go after you guys, but they'll go after everybody else because they don't get the same consequences when they go after everybody else as they do with you guys. But back to my point. These dudes don't know their own history. And apparently a lot of you guys who have commented on my videos, have commented on my posts, you guys don't want to know your history. It's not that you guys forgot. You guys don't want to go there. All right? It's just utter hypocrisy. And this harpens back to Dave Chappelle with his special. Just utter hypocrisy. If you guys know your own history, you guys are the biggest social justice warriors that's been around for the last 20 years. Everything was, everything had some racial context to it. If you guys didn't like, how a certain character was portrayed, how, they darken up a picture of a model or lighten up a picture of a model, whether somebody said nappy-headed hoe, whether, some dude was wearing, some white dude was wearing, had dreads, and then some, black chick went all ballistic on them. You guys are the original social justice warriors, all right? And for you guys to just come out and just complain and bitch and moan and put up these videos criticizing all these other groups, LGBTs, women's rights groups, people who are pro-fat, whatever it is, you guys are a bunch of hypocrites because they're essentially doing the same thing that you guys did for the last 20 years, okay? They're pretty much taking from their playbook what you guys did for the last 20 years, all right? For that alone, I don't think black conservatism should actually exist. It just shouldn't exist. I don't know where you guys are coming from with this shit. I don't know where you guys are coming from with this shit, but it seems like lately you guys been a lot of black people have been jumping on that bandwagon, and it just amazes me how how you guys are now critical of everybody else doing what you did for the last 20 years. It's just hypocritical. And it's beyond ridiculous to me because every time I watch one of these videos, and I couldn't care about the subject matter of whether I'm not pro-trans, anti-trans, pro-gay, anti-gay, pro-women. I don't really care, but it's just the hypocrisy of it that pretty much gets to me, where I feel the need to just post stuff. I feel the need to just post a video up, make a comment, hey, how you guys at this point being as prejudicial as you guys are when you guys got your cake because of what these guys are currently trying to do for 20 years. It's insane. And I could draw parallels all day long. All right? And I get comments from all you guys going, telling me I got my cap locks on, telling me, oh, you need, you're why are you so angry? Why don't you just go and drink your milk and eat your cookies and stuff like that? No, that's got nothing to do with an argument, guys. That's got nothing to do with an argument. All right, you guys really need to, if you guys actually had something to argue about, had something to debate, had a beef with what I said, you guys should just say it, instead of just, taking a turn and just trying to bring up stuff that's got nothing whatsoever to do with the matter, to do with the comment that I made, to do with the video that I posted. You know, I haven't gotten one single person who has actually challenged anything that I've said, and you know, none of these guys. All right, and you guys know what I'm talking about. Of course, you guys know what I'm talking about. There's no way you guys don't know what what I've been saying. But I will say that, you know, a lot of the stuff that you guys been social justice warrior, civil rights stuff, I mean, some of that is valid. But still, I mean, it doesn't give you the right to just, you know, go and criticize other groups for doing the same thing. I mean, they want the same benefits. They want the same benefits that you guys got over the last 20 years. And those are a lot of benefits. I'm going to say those are a lot of benefits. You know, you guys essentially got a social affirmative action program over the last 20 years. That's all I'm going to say about that. You guys pretty much got a social affirmative action program over the last 20 years as a result of the media. You guys have been, at this point, the best portrayed people, probably better portrayed than white people at this point. On TVs, in the movies, they're giving you guys the benefit of the doubt on every single freaking thing. All right? And there's a lot of social benefits from that, because a lot of people, you know, they're kind of stupid. You know, they you know, most people are robots. Most people are robots, okay? They'll go by what they see on TV, the movies, even if it's not real, and they'll make the decision on, they'll make the social decisions, you know, on that, which is the dumbest thing in the world, the stupidest thing in the world. But that's how it works. That's how it works in America in 2019. That's how it works. It's stupid as hell, but hey, and you guys know it. You guys know it because you guys, when I say you guys, I mean, you know, black people, Jewish people, and now gay people, and now women's rights groups. They understand social branding, racial branding at this point. All right, it's not even the media, it's not even entertainment. All right, you guys can say, oh, it's entertainment, Dave Chappelle's doing a joke, this guy's doing you guys are sending out a message. It's not entertainment. All right, you guys are sending out a message with that entertainment, with that Dave Chappelle's sending a message with that joke. So you guys have been the whole entertainment industry, Hollywood, the media, the news media in general, they're now as much in an environment of racial branding and social branding, racial branding as much as entertainment these days. Okay, if they're gonna go and specifically depict certain groups in a certain light, while depicting other groups in a bad light, believe the fact that you're getting benefits, social benefits from, and you are, all right. It's like it's like the Super Bowl, where these companies are paying $3 million for a commercial because they know they're getting real benefits from that. So it is where the race war has been for the last 20 years. Look, a race war does not have to be a physical race war, all right? It's where the race war has been for the last 20 years, because you're using the media for the agenda of just pushing your race over other races. That's what you guys been doing. That's what these other groups are trying to do. All right, it's where the race war has been for the last 20 years. If you don't understand that concept, you're an idiot. All right, it's a pretty simple concept to understand, considering if you look at how far blacks have come from 20 years ago to now, just by the media itself, just by how they're depicted in the media itself. believe me, there is a ton of social benefits, social influence, social consequences that comes from the media. All right, and it's absolutely wrong in the fact that it's not a fair thing for other groups. It's not a fair thing for other groups. That's why you got other groups just going out of their way, to want the same benefits that you guys have to social justice warrior their position, like you guys social justice warrior your position. And by the way, social justice warrioring, that's another word. That's just another word for civil rights. But it's another word for civil rights where these people aren't gonna just go out and say civil rights, because it gives it too much legitimacy. So instead of giving it too much legitimacy, they'll call it social justice warring. But if you guys think about it, it's a civil rights play. It's a civil rights play for these people. It's a civil rights play for all these groups trying to get what blacks got over the last 20 years, what the Jews got, what the Jews got by using the anti-Semite card. That's the whole entire play. All right, I'm essentially giving you guys the whole entire playbook, and for this dude, the Amazing Lucas, the Hodge twins, with Diamond and Silk or whatever, Dave Chappelle with his show. It is a race war, because now you guys are just going, you guys are throwing out shots. You guys are shooting off at other groups at this point, trying to put them down, trying to put their agenda down while keeping your agenda where it's at. Keep it real. You guys know what I'm talking about. Don't lie to yourselves. All right, you guys know what you're talking about, what I'm talking about. You guys know exactly what you guys are doing. All right, and I just want to let all these other groups know, don't let these people keep you down. Don't let this guy keep you down. Don't let other people keep you down, because the fact of the matter is, if they got what they got from doing what you're doing, you need to do what you do. All right, to get to where they're at. All right, and it's the truth. It's the truth. I know I get a lot of haters. Telling me you don't know what you're talking about, etc., etc., going off on stupid tangents, instead of just debating me. And you're not gonna debate me. Reason why you're not gonna debate me is because you don't have. Because you know that what I'm saying is absolutely true, and you guys don't have a response to it. You guys don't, because I base my judgment on facts. I don't do opinions. This is not my opinion. I'm looking at things squarely as I can see it, and then I'll let you know what's up with that. Instead of doing race-based opinions, that's what these guys are doing. Don't be a hypocrite about it. All right, if you're gonna go there, don't be a hypocrite about what you guys do. Okay, this guy probably needs to put up, a little, info thing telling people, hey, I know I'm black. I know we got where we are, as a result of the race card, as a result of race baiting, as a result of just absolutely going racial on the media, society, corporate America, etc., etc. But I'm gonna be a hypocrite, and I'm gonna criticize these other groups. At that point, then I'd be saying, you know what? Hey, at least he's not a hypocrite, right? At least he's not a hypocrite. But these people are like the biggest hypocrites around, the biggest freaking hypocrites around. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. I'm going to say it right now. You can't have it both ways, which is what a lot of these people want. They want it their way. You can't have it your way. I'm sorry. You can't have it both ways. All right? You guys did the same thing for the last 20 years. All right? Don't complain about other people when they try to do the exact same things that you did for the last 20 years. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. Tell Dave Chappelle that.